My next guest is a brand and web designer. She builds beautiful brands and websites for finance coaches. Please welcome Diana Simpson. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I am here today with Diana Simpson. Hey, girl.
Hey, Anna, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you on. I know that we met last year and I just saw your Instagram. I saw what you did and I'm like, wow, this chick, she means business. I love that you help entrepreneurs with their web design. Can you share with us more about what you do?
Yeah, so basically, what I am a brand and web designer for finance coaches. I basically dig deep into their brand message and find out who they really want to serve and what they want their brand to look like. And then from there, we go over what their messaging is going to look like, what they want their brand to sound, feel like, and look like. And we create a one of a kind brand board for them that includes like their logo, their fonts and colors, everything visual. But I do like to let them know that before we do all of that is we definitely want to get to know who they really are, like their personality and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we kind of go from the brand board to building their website. So that's pretty much what I do, and I love what I do. It's I never thought I would be doing this, honestly, but
Mm-hmm.
it came at a perfect time for me.
Yeah, I love that. I can hear the passion in your voice for sure. So, how did you get
Thank you.
started with web design? Where did that come from? Did you always imagine you'd be doing this?
So when I was growing up, I always liked drawing and being creative, like playing around with colors and acting like I was a designer, but I never thought I would actually pursue a business or a career, I guess, in brand plus web design. So I was before this, I was working at a local bank. I was in the finance industry for over 5 years.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but I really decided to just go for a business opportunity for myself and my family after my son was born in November of 2021. Not 2021, 2020. I'm like, no, he's a year old. But he was born in November of 2020. And that's really when I started dreaming about what was possible for me and like
Hmm.
for the business I wanted to build. Um, and I kind of already knew that I wanted to do a business with like branding and web design, but I wasn't sure how I was going to get started or if people would actually hire me to do that. So I kind of doubted
Mm.
myself, and I started just doing projects of like a BA, and like I don't regret doing that because I learned a lot, and it definitely changed my mindset and
Hmm.
a lot of like barriers that were holding me back to really pursue what I wanted to do, which was brand and web design. But the starting point was definitely after my maternity leave was over, like in January. And I told my husband I definitely didn't want to go back to work. And
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't imagine leaving my son at a daycare and going back to a job that, first of all, didn't pay that well. And second of all, it was really draining. Like the environment was just not the best. And
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I have to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to take the leap and I'm going to start my business. So I started my business in April. And after that, it kind of just progressed from like a general BA into finally deciding that I wanted to just focus on branding and web design sometime around September. So I'm still like, I say I'm still new, but I feel like I've known about like design and all of that all my life, but I
Mm-hmm.
never actually took the leap to go further with it.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love this so much. So, what would you say to someone who's in, maybe they're a VA or they're a coach or they want to like pivot to something else? Like, what would you tell them to help them make that move?
I would say like don't double guess yourself, like don't try to do something that's not going to make you happy just because you think you're going to bring in income.
Mm,
And I mean the income is nice, like who doesn't like getting income, especially when you have bills to pay.
yeah.
But if you don't look at the long term, like are you going to be happy doing what you're doing, or are you going to be unhappy and resent your clients? Then that's when you really have to start focusing on what your strengths are and what you really want to do versus
Mm,
what you're doing now and the results you're getting now, and kind of look towards the future. Um, that's really what has helped me get clear on what I where I want to take my business to, what my
mhm.
next step is for my business.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like that a lot. So, how would you say you were able to work through those mind blocks? Because I can assume that, you have lots of like limiting beliefs or, doubts that come up when we do something new and when we get uncomfortable. So, like, how were you able to overcome those?
So I feel like I definitely started seeing that a lot of business owners or female entrepreneurs around me were always talking about investing in their business.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were always saying that if you wanted to scale your business or if you wanted to overcome like certain beliefs that you had about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you had to like talk about it with other people that have been through it and that could like guide you towards like what's better and what's best for you in your business. So I started investing in like group coaching. I started also networking
Mm-hmm.
with women entrepreneurs that were further along than me and that had more like experience and that could tell me like, hey, I felt that way too, or I still feel this way, but hey, this is what I do now, and
Mm-hmm.
this is what's helping me overcome those mindset blocks. Because like a major one for me was that I didn't feel like good enough to offer the services that I offer now. Like it was always I don't know enough, or
Mm-hmm.
like people aren't gonna like reach out to me, or they're not gonna notice me. And like I learned that that's something that we tell ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like we let ourselves believe that we're not good enough, but somewhere like someone can relate to you
Mm-hmm.
and they want to get to know you, and later on they may want to buy from you or become part of what you're building. So that has been like a major thing, is to
Mm-hmm.
talk to more people about what they have gone through, what they are going through. And then also, I feel like listening to, I love listening to podcasts. So
Yeah.
listening to like women who are kind of like real strong leaders, and they're like sharing their story and their message, it kind of like gives me this hope, and like in my mind I'm like, if they did it and they built their business from scratch, and they're here where they are now 3 years later or whatnot, then I can do that too. So kind of learning from those women, it has really helped me overcome so many different mindsets for me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that for sure. Like getting that support or joining those communities and creating connection. Like this is what it's all about. I do believe that for sure.
Yes, for sure.
So growing up, like when you look back at your childhood, let's say, like what would you say is like your biggest insight looking back at that time? And like how would you say you've grown and what are you taking with you in your journey?
I was born in Mexico, so my family was always, you have to work hard, you have to find a day job that pays well, and just work
Mhm.
hard all your life pretty much to get to where you want to be, or to even think about retiring. I always had like this mindset of, and don't get me wrong, hard work is awesome. Like, yes, but hard work in the wrong areas, like working hard at a job that's pretty much a dead end, is
Mm.
not really where you want to go or where you want to be. So, growing up, I had to kind of start visioning different things for myself that weren't really talked about within my family, because I come from, I mean, I love my parents and they have done an amazing job. They brought me here to the US when I was 7 years old,
Mhm.
but I wasn't really giving that like vision that you could become an entrepreneur, and that you could make things possible for you without having to be miserable pretty much at a 9 to 5.
Mhm.
So, learning from like my parents' mistakes and what they went through has really helped me become the person I am today. And like, I strive better for my family and for my son. Like, I definitely don't want him growing up seeing me like sad and struggling with
Mm.
money.
Mhm.
So that really pushes me forward to continue building my business. Um, and I guess like a lot of people can say that you learn a lot from your parents, and in turn they learn a lot from you.
Yeah.
And like sometimes my mom even tells me, she's like, I'm so surprised that you got your business going. Like, I never, I never thought that you would
Yeah.
be a stay-at-home mom that's working and like building her business. Like,
Mhm.
she would never have thought that, like, she in her own words would have never done that herself when
Mhm.
we were growing up, like me and my brother were growing
Yeah.
up. So that really feels really kind of, it's amazing coming from my own mom, that she's really proud of how far I have come.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. I love that she's like seeing it and acknowledging it and she's sharing it with you. And I just think it's so beautiful. And yeah, I'm so proud of you too. Like, it's not easy to do what we do, but I think it's so worth it in the end.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So I ask this to everyone who comes on the podcast, and I'm very curious to know your answer. What does being a powerful leader mean to you?
Being a powerful leader is showing people like your true self, like being unafraid, like not being afraid of showing people who you really are. Even though that can be hard, because I have learned that for you to grow, for you to be able to grow, you have to become uncomfortable in a lot of areas. So being a leader kind of pushes you forward to get uncomfortable from wherever you are, and start moving forward to creating that kind of like path to freedom, because you're reaching for things that you aspire and that you really want for your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then in turn, other people see you and they start to realize that whatever they are dreaming is possible for them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like you empower people to pursue their dreams as well. And then in turn, you're kind of leading by example, because yes, you're still making mistakes. Yes, it's not easy, but hey, you're
Mm-hmm.
still going forward and you're still being consistent with what you're doing.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Empowering others and inspiring them to take action. That's huge. I love it. So, do you have any last piece of wisdom that you'd like to share with the audience today?
Whatever you're dreaming about, whatever those goals like that you have deep within you that you so desperately want to get out and make them come true,
Mm-hmm.
just take a day at a time and think about how do you want to start making those dreams come true. What action you can take in that one day that will lead you forward,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes we get overwhelmed by saying, I want to launch a business, and then we kind of stop because we think about, well, that's just hard. I just don't have time, I don't have the energy. So
Mm-hmm.
taking it a day at a time, like taking the pieces and making them into one little action a day, if it's possible for you. And that's the only thing that you need is something small that will lead you forward. So
Yes.
whatever it is for you, whatever it looks like for you, just do that one action, and I can assure you that your business, whatever you are dreaming of, is going to come true for you.
Yes. Amen. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing that. So, where can people go to connect with you further in the online space?
So I actually have a an account on Instagram. You can find me on there, Simpson's Web Design, and I also have a Facebook group that I started about a month and a half ago. Um, and it's slowly growing, but I'm so definitely proud of it, and I'm so excited that I started this Facebook group. It's called Stand Out from the Crowd. So, Stand Out from the Crowd, branding made easy for finance coaches. That's like my own private little community that I feel so confident and comfortable to be myself. And yeah, if you want to come join us, I would love to have you there.
Yeah, I'm definitely joining. That's awesome. Well, thank you again for being here, for sharing your amazing story with us. I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you. And I'm definitely grateful for getting to know you, and you're an amazing person.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.